So, first an apology, I did the watch back. Um, Early on in the last recording, I scratched my face and knocked the microphone. That must have been harsh on the ears. My bad. And we're still experiencing some frame drops here and there. It doesn't seem to be related to much. At first I thought it was maybe fucking itself on recording a whole bunch of shit happening at once, but then we get to other big combat set pieces and there's as many or more effects and it doesn't stutter, so we're at who knows, we're still chasing the issue. On the misspeak thing, I forgot to say player after VHS. I mean, the machine is also called a VCR, but like, fuck my brain, I couldn't find it at that moment. And while we're on misspeaking, yeah, nobody cares but me. But I can't help the impulse to edit. They mentioned finding a witch's cabin key, and I flopped words. The thought, corrected, is as if I don't have it already, and you'll just have to imagine me winking. Which one of the three eyes is doing that is up to you. You'll hopefully forgive me as I continue to fuck around with that lost things. The Witch and I have a relatively quiet existence. Written English is a more comfortable tongue for me. The more digital, the better. Speed and clarity in an extremely convenient package. You get the idea. More importantly, there's the freedom to review, redact, and remedy, which you're not afforded with the spoken word. This was about a remedy game, though, wasn't it? So, yeah, back on track there. We talked about Satyr and Satyr, spelled similarly, different faiths. Is not going to spark cheers from some of you, but I get curious, and you should feed your curiosity, lost things. It's in short supply. So Satyr, spelt S-E-D-E-R, is a ritual feast that marks the start of Passover. To be brief, you got 14 phases to move through during the feast. You bless the wine or grape juice if you're keeping a non-alcoholic. You wash your hands and dip vegetables into salt water. Break the bread. Retell the Passover story, including the Manishtana, I may be mispronouncing that, which is a set of questions to ask. 4 of them. You turn the page, you wash your hands, offer a blessing before eating matzo, eat some bitter herbs, then a sandwich with the matzo and the herbs, serve the actual meal, you get to eat that, have a blessing after the meal, and this will now be your 3rd cup of wine, there's another one with dinner, recite the Hallel, have some more wine, and then say next year in Jerusalem. Being Jewish is difficult, you gotta study for that shit. Seder, S-E-I-D-R, on the other hand, involves telling and shaping the future. I don't imagine you'd have to study in the same way, more of an apprenticeship kind of thing, but this was also considered to be feminine magic in Norse tradition, carrying the property of ergi, translated as unmanliness. Though there were male practitioners who were not well looked on for their religious beliefs. Odin and Freya are the chief deities of this practice. You'd sing the spells to connect to the spiritual realm and maybe fuck while you do it. We don't know about that last part, but it is theorized. We do know that it has something to do with moon phases, maybe a different song for different phases, maybe different things you're supposed to be able to affect during them. Anyway, there you have it. See the future, maybe moon magic, where the Vikings thought if you were a man and you practiced it, you were unmanly. Oh, and they mentioned like 65 billion cows and pigs in the world. That's not even close to true. Being raised as cattle, we have a little under a billion pigs, and 19.6 billion chickens, just for comparison. This is courtesy of Statista.com, and of course, we keep in mind that this is only what we're able to, get people to report. What the fuck was the last bit? Oh, the Latin, in tenebris cadere, is apparently to fall into darkness. That's what it means, I guess. Alright, I'm done. I'm done with this thing I do. More Alan. We will give you ears. We'll give you eyes. Alright, and we'll continue right where we left off. It's good like that. Ah, son of a bitch, Alan. You're gonna make me do this again? Whatever. We can breeze through it. Yeah, hey.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls.
Pi, I know, but it is what happened.
I had a chance to find out what had happened.
You're gonna have to just deal with it, man.
To see the cabin dark, Alice would have never...
You're gonna have to deal with it. It looks like it checkpointed before the credits rolled for this episode.
Thinking, I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness.
Why would it do that? That's beyond me.
It was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was...
Can we? Let's see. Let's see if we can chapter select, and then we can just kind of cut that out for the VOD. Let's see. Episodes normal. The truth? No. That's... So we would be on episode 5. Alright. There we go. Well, it was a thought, wasn't it? We'll just have to watch Alan try to discover this again. Hey.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet
There we go. We've
more than that. It was the truth.
picked up some speed.
Memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there.
Is that it's called Bird Leg Cabin? Is that what your deal is?
Alice
Okay.
and I had arrived at Bright Falls the night Alice had disappeared.
It's not an actual bird leg.
I
Alice?
remembered being
Alice?
surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
It's just a phrase, man.
I remembered thinking, I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript.
And so we wait.
Memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
I'm still not sure why it is that he thought she just kind of
Jagger had asked
fell in and drowned.
me.
Was she not able to swim? Her fear was of the dark, not of the water.
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
Once again, yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
Yeah, hey.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where
Yes, that's where she is.
apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No!
Yeah, well, looks like Zane
Wife is dead.
has a picture of his diving suit there.
All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here,
Oh no, I can't leave the room.
change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
Can I get up on the... No.
You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
Uh-huh.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Boy, was it ever. Okay.
on Alan Wake.
There we go.
Under the influence of the Dark Presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
There we go.
Well, we're expecting
The clicker.
a crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up. Let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
I have it. Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh.
Gross, Barry.
We're in jail now? Al, this is not good.
Yeah.
That about sums it up.
Barry, there's a toilet right over there. I mean, it's probably pretty gross, but...
I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
I mean, yeah.
Crazy lady? Ugh, whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
interviewed Wake.
I
Yeah.
have some reading to do first, Sheriff. And let me tell you,
It was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's
Oh my god.
all the evidence
He keeps at it.
conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here.
You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis?
Oh my god.
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Oh, now you want to talk to.
Sheriff, I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent
Yeah,
Nightingale.
yeah, Tom Clancy here has to fucking weasel his way out of this jail cell. My god.
Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King.
There it is.
The way you're leaving this place is over my dead.
Wait a minute. I know.
Bye.
Oh my god!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Okay.
Oh man, we're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Stay cool. I can get the emergency.
Yeah, but like not before we do this. We gotta do this.
Nightingale tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that made his mind reel. Nightingale felt the situation veering out of his control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the deja vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
And there we go. I'm not sure how it is that Nightingale reached the conclusion that there was any conspiracy to kill a federal officer there. It's not like he went, and then I fucking totally murked that guy. It was awesome and cool. Fuck the feds. That's not how the story went. he doesn't make sense. And anyone humoring him doesn't make sense. Oh, cool. It tossed the police car into the fucking building. Well, there we go, kinda. Barry, you coming? Barry, don't stand by the glass, man. It's dangerous there. Barry's not listening. He's his own man.
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on.
You can fly a helicopter? Sheriff Breaker is multifaceted.
I need you to stay here.
What? No.
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in two places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Here's a list of people and phone numbers. I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list. Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey, is this like a secret society?
Can you do this?
I mean, it seems like it.
The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one. Okay, let's go, Wake. Through the back.
My hangover wants a pizza. You think there's any way I could order one, Al?
I don't know, fucking call him up, see if Pizza Hut delivers during, you know, shadow monster attacks.
Hello, Mr. Breaker.
Oh, hell. Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
Why would she agree to this? Nothing. Well, let's continue checking, seeing if there's anything else we can take. We've been in the parking lot before, of course. You know, reserved for employees. Nothing.
I needed to reach the rooftop to get to the
Yeah, I understand. I understand. We're going. I'm getting there. See? Where we got the driver's license. And now there's batteries here. Oh, hey. I would like to add, Sheriff Breaker, this is not my flashlight. I had a much bigger one. You're just giving me any old thing, and while I appreciate it, you know, maybe give me the stuff that I actually had. You know, I don't know that civil forfeiture works in this situation. Like, we're not even accused of a crime, man. Yeah, I understand the cops need to be able to do their job, but taking my shit without charging me of anything, it's not really their job, is it? That sounds more like a robbery. He's again not hearing any more of my crap. Okay, Wake, come on. You shouldn't have worn these fucking smooth sole boots with a fucking heel. I just, you know, at what point in time do you pick up some fucking hikers, or at least some sneakers? This has been how long? Weeks at this point? Like, I get it night one, but now it's been a moment, so... Pi, you do not have to suffer for fashion. That's an ugly myth. Well, we've backed off the edge. I believe we're out of map. Yeah, there we go. We've all learned something today. Anyway, Pi, it's not because I disagreed on suffering for fashion. Just that we fell out of the map. It happens sometimes in games. You can be comfortable and look the way that you want to look. And frankly, and you know what I'm going to say, you should probably put function above aesthetics. First, make it work. Then, make it look good. In that order, always with all things. I don't believe that this is going to support me. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I guess it's just a jump. Well, now we know. It's kind of funny how quickly that cuts. Okay, with the birds again. They are dispersed, we're experts. Yeah, because you're not making that jump, so I guess you're just gonna have to make this one. Right? Right. Daring. Okay.
Hey,
frankly, this...
password. Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have. That Bright Falls is the original inspiration for the TV show. This town can get weird at times. Never this weird, though.
Well, I think everyone from a small town kind of believes that. Small towns are strange. The one I'm from, you would hear chains in the wind and smell something burning even when there wasn't anything there. Or at least nothing that you could spot. Yeah, I'll get to it. I gotta see what's over here first. Just a flare, but I'll take it. We've got quite a stockpile of flares building. I'm wondering if that means plenty of object fights in the future.
You need to bypass the damaged control box.
What am I, an electrician? Hold on!
There we go.
Smart.
Good job, Wade. Okay, stick close. Our
Well,
stop is the town hall. The key
power's out.
are there.
I appreciate her dedication to her job where she told them to freeze. They're clearly not, but I mean, good police work, Sheriff Breaker. Can we speed it up a little bit, though? What is this pathing? Okay.
Look out!
Ah, man, not the deer float. Shit. Now how are we gonna have Deer Fest? Now, hang on, I have to get the Deer Fest float done. I can't just leave it like that, that would be immoral. Oh, did it give up? Did it release the deer? Yeah. I have to check on this. It did. Okay. Deer Fest is safe. It's a little banged up, but we can fix that. Also, there's a secret here? Well, I mean, there's a thermos right here. We're gonna need that. Oh, something frustrating. You know, when you're actually in the driver's seat on these things, it's a little bit different than watching it back. But on my watch back, I did notice that I missed a thermos in the Andersons' cabin. And we won't be able to get back to grab that. So that one's just gone. It's in the wind. We're just going to have to come to grips with it. Loss is inevitable. And it's important not to dwell on what could have been, but focus on what could still be. Besides, now Alan's thermos collection will have a little bit of wabi-sabi, and it'll be perfect in its own way. And not just in spite of, but because of its imperfections. Deerfest is fucking tomorrow. We got a lot of work to do on that float. We better hurry up. Oh, but hang on. Thomas had a lot of stashes around here, didn't he? You're pointing me this way. Aha.
The air smelled of fish. This was Bright Falls industrial area. There was probably a cannery nearby.
That's true. He's right. He's right. Not like the guy with the cows and pigs. That guy was just straight wrong. Checking things on the Alan Wake wiki, and apparently the pump shotgun does less damage than the double barrel per shot, which is confusing. I guess it's one of those video game balance trade-off things where someone went, well, but then there's no reason to use the double barrel, and in truth, there's not. It's an antiquated design. You can use them for fun. If you just like fucking around with them on the range, and if you just got like a small farm and your primary concern is the odd coyote that happens by, then yeah, sure, that's still fine. It is, after all, still a gun, still lethal, but there's not a lot of reason to own a double barrel instead of a pump. Or a lever, if you want to get weird. The diner. Who knows if Rose will recover? I don't know who's gonna make the coffee if she doesn't. Can I go in here? I do. Yep. Okay. We are going to need to. First, grab this. This is ours. Then, this ammunition. Absolutely.
I'm good
Then.
at explanations, you know. For example, what the hell happened to Rose? She's seriously messed up now.
The same thing I think happened to me after I arrived.
During this week, you can't remember?
Oh, I remember now.
That's convenient. Don't tell the sheriff that, man. Anyway, we got to, yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's see what else is in here. And we'll continue putting the lime in the coconut. Ah, a manuscript page. Well, good thing I decided to come on in here. Let's get back to where we belong. Alright.
Barry was in his element, making calls, making things happen, even if he didn't entirely know what those things were. He wouldn't let the hot sheriff chick down. Even if every noise he heard from outside, and he heard plenty, made him jump. He had only paused to text Al a message, told him to hurry up. Suddenly, Barry froze in mid-dial. A window broke somewhere in the building, and then the lights went out.
Well, Barry should have been over here. He would have loved this. God, do you ever. Sheriff Breaker, you're a good egg. Thanks for following me on the coconut adventure. You do put the lime in the coconut and drink them both up. There's a brief period in time where Coke tried to make that their song. They changed it to you put the lime in the Coke, you nut. And, no, it did not catch on. Okay. I mean, whoa.
And I thought New Yorkers were rude.
It's regional humor. No, but he is right. Some of the rudest, strangest people I've met have been on the West Coast of the United States. There is a passive aggression and sort of sanctimonious stance that is apparently just endemic to the culture here. The direct confrontation, of course, frowned upon. Give me this. Give me this. There, in case we needed a recharge. Y'all got stuff? They don't. Car alarm. Oh, just shadows. Whose big black creeper van is this? With the no windows. Alright, well, good luck with all that. Ooh, festive.
I have a key. Watch my back, wait.
Alright. I got you.
It's an ambush.
Well, it's not really an ambush, it's a...
Right there.
Were you not doing something, Sheriff? Oh, it's a chainsaw, man. I see. Well, I have a remedy for that. Did you get it?
Let's go, Wake.
Okay. There we go. Saw the glint. They won't miss it. More flares. Plenty of flares. There really haven't been that many inanimate object encounters, though, have there? Not that I don't appreciate it. They're handy. Particularly for scraping the shield off of some of the bigger ones quickly, but while we look around for an even better flashlight. Alright. Yeah, it's not breaking and entering if you do it, huh?
Fuse box here, but you should be able to jury rig it while I find the keys.
I already got electrocuted once today. How about I look for the keys and you get burned for a change?
Fine. They should be in the clerk's office on the other side of the building, near the main entrance.
Got it. There's also not a lot of reason to be, like, that weird about it, Wake, but hey.
The darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's face was furious. The story in the manuscript had been making it stronger all the time, but now the light had set the writer free and hurt it, weakened it. It was only a matter of days before the dark presence would be strong again, but meanwhile, it would be difficult to recapture the writer.
Well, there you go. It would seem that Barbara and Thomas, if that is Thomas.
From Barry. He was getting worried at the station. He wanted us to hurry.
Okay. Well, we know what happens next with Barry. Barbara, and if that is indeed Thomas, if that's not a similar sort of thing happening, have been at odds. Their encounter was not a fun one for her.
Stairs, Wake.
I'm just gonna take a quick look.
The keys aren't upstairs. I can't get anywhere else. It's blocked. Also, yeah, is there anything here? Just... Can we? Yes. There's always time.
A fusion of vigilance, conscience, and uncompromising clarity of vision. A need so fundamental, it permeates our very being. And yet, a man may be brought to his knees in a single heartbeat. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, taken in his prime. For young Manny, the night hasn't been kind. He's a marked man, selected for a lifetime of servitude after answering an ad in the newspaper. But first, a little field surgery is required.
Well, well, look what I found. Please, no! Yeah, I think you're just about ready for it.
Best if you don't resist this, kid. Gotta beat it out of you.
What? I don't understand. What did I do? I just wanted to get a job in the service industry. Wow, you're gonna serve all right. No! Please!
There it is! It's coming out now. Right between the self-esteem and the childhood traumas.
What are you doing to me? Quit squirming. There, I got it. Believe me, kid, this free will thing is more trouble than it's worth.
What was that? Oh, nothing for you to worry about, Manny.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
We'll tell you all about that. Don't you worry.
grounds for the pleasure and convenience of ruthless and malicious men. Stranger things can happen in Night Springs.
Well, it's a little heavy-handed, but I can't disagree with the messaging. Alright. I scared the shit out of that fan. We burst in too quickly, it was not ready. It fainted. Oh, hey. There's also this guy in here, I guess. He was wearing a button-up shirt and a tie. That's agile for a clerk. Alright. More flare gun bits. And more flares. The darkness controls the Taken. Okay. It's a little bit too bright for me to fucking stare directly into there. Down we go. Back this way. Can I open this yet? No. Shit. Well, there'll be something for us to do in here. Oh no, it's not blocked. I just thought it was. I wonder why I thought that. There was just one mild obstacle in my way and I went, nah, that's alright, fuck it. I guess I just won't. Okay. Honestly, I think it's just the contrast of this stage. Hasn't been a problem for my eyes past bits, but you know. It seems darker. What were you hiding in here? Oh. Stellar. Yeah, please. Good. Great. Oh, you got more? Yeah, you got a thermos. Oh, there's an enormous, like, grandfather clock here. Can't read any of those, it's just too dark. Yep, wonderful. Thank you. Flashbangs, always good. The key.
Okay, Sheriff, I got the keys.
Another flare. Revolver ammo, more batteries. And you know what? Just a moment before we continue. Alright, we're back. We're still Alan. We're ready to go. Oop. Breaker's got stuff to say.
Barry?
Why isn't he inside?
Oh god! Oh god!
Barry! Look out! Barry, move! Barry!
He made it inside, Wake. He's okay. The storefront's blocked. Come on,
Okay.
Wake, let's go around. We can meet him in the back.
We're gonna meet him in the back. Looks like Barry's on the run. So I'm thinking, Lost Things, that we make sure that we get, because we have access to it mostly, a good look at as much of Alan's story as we can before we descend back into the meat machine. You know how it goes. The path can't really be denied. We can stray from it sometimes, you know. We can be bad, but there will come a time when we must say goodbye to Alan and hello to Isaac. Before that, though, we'll be taking care of not just this, but the 2 DLC chapters that come with it, as well as another Alan Wake thing, I'll say. And that one will be blind on my part. I haven't played through it before, and we'll kind of see how it goes. First, we have tourist stuff. It's not recorded when Bright Falls was first formed as a nameless trading post, but it became a town when the Bright Falls Mining Company started to operate nearby in 1878. It did. That's the history of this town. That's what it says. It was then that Hubert Biltmore, a fur trapper, and Amos Gunderson, a pioneer from Tacoma, decided to build a post office, saloon, and hotel, all operating from the same building. It was through the efforts of these 2 men that Bright Falls became the permanent and thriving town that it is today. There they are. One of them's looking at stuff. The other seems to have shot this deer. We got trash cans. This is a very nice park. Trust no one in the dark. You hear that, Sheriff? You seem alright, but I got my eye on you.
Heads up! Here they come!
And there we go. Breaker also not concerned about the guy in the sheriff's deputy jacket. Probably knew him. Was not worried about what she was gonna have to do here.
We can make it through the bookstore. Wheeler should be waiting for us in the backyard.
Get the hell down or I'll call the sheriff.
Oh, hi, Doc. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Sarah, about time somebody showed up. All this shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back to bed. He's got a point, Wake. Look, this town can't take this.
It's me they want. The sooner I get out of here, the sooner you can all get back to life as usual.
I hope you're right. Come on, let me get this door open.
Wait, you got the keys to the bookstore?
Perks of being the sheriff. A girl needs to get around.
A girl needs to get around. There we are. Yeah, I'll come with you in a sec. I gotta see what kind of books they got. The witch will be unhappy if I don't, you understand. They got adventure. How to catch the dope fish. Bob the Bear goes shopping. Clearance. Buy 2, get 1 free. Lots of adventure novels. travel, kind of related to adventure, gardening, photography, architecture, conspiracy and faith, the human island, choose and contemplate. Looks like with inside. Black lace and white lies.
They're really taking advantage of your presence here, Wake. I heard they're selling a lot of your Alex Casey books.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing.
Fiction. The unnamed section. You can't speak it out loud, otherwise it'll vanish. Used books, bargain books, or used books. Mom's Survival Guide. More fiction, believe and change. A manuscript page. Oh, and batteries. Okay.
Cynthia Weaver worked hard, following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls' abandoned power plant. She marked her caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness.
Well, I mean, thanks, Cynthia. That's nice. Now we know who's been leaving us those caches. Audiobooks, weekly rental, $7. I mean, yo, fuck that. I'll go to the library and get it for free, idiots. Mystery.
I don't see Barry.
Oh, there's Barry.
Look, Wake, maybe that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
That is true. The witch has made an important public service reminder. With the world being in the state that it is, not all of us can travel otherwise not earthly paths to get to what it is that we want. And so it pays to remember that your local library, should you have one, likely does digital rentals of books, movies, audiobooks, all kinds of things. No contact necessary. Hang out at home. Get something free from your local library, which is a wonderful service and more of us should use more often. If and at any time your local politicians want to defund the library, maybe eat them. Just with a fork and knife. Extra ammunition, flash bangs, flare gun ammo. I guess Cynthia works for the power plant? That's the only thing that makes sense as far as like her level of access to power plant trucks and stuff. Quite a bit of hunting rifle ammo. That's nice. Another manuscript page.
Barry got back to his feet inside the Bright Falls General Store and dusted himself off. Right next to the cans of baked beans was a locked case filled with flare guns, and yet here was a conveniently placed barrel of crowbars. Barry's smile widened as he realized that this was the classic movie scene where the hero had to gear up and arm himself to the teeth. Barry threw himself into the role.
Do remember, Lost Things, that Alan is writing this, and boy, isn't that just convenient for his friend Barry. You can also break most lock cases with just like your foot. Crowbar not necessary. I'll be with you in a sec, I gotta see. Okay. I'm mostly satisfied. Into the church we go. Ooh. Concealed firearms. Well, I guess we're not concealed, are we? This is open carry.
Piece of my mind about this lock. Ugh, I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Let's take a break.
Okay. We're taking a break from physical labor. The taking of unionized. Frankly, I'm good with that. Unions are important. You don't want to be taken advantage of.
Omega-3 fatty acids are good for your heart.
I had heard that. But let's, remember, too much of anything is not good for you. What was that noise? Maybe one of them ran into a sign or something. Caused it to sort of buzz. There we go. I found you. And there we go. Job done. Batteries on reserve for us.
Okay, it's open. Let's go, Wake.
Yeah, let's. Plenty of candles. Seems easy to snuff out, doesn't it?
Keep them lit all night long on the night before Deerfest.
What? Yeah.
It's tradition.
Okay. Yeah, but why? Traditions have roots. It's not just 'cause. Alright, Dark Presence.
For it to be free, the Dark Presence needed the writer to finish the story. Again and again, the story let it get frustratingly close to the writer without letting it capture him. It was bound by the events depicted in the manuscript, but it could pursue the writer indirectly, put others on the task, and stop those who would help him. It took over everything in its path, made them its puppets, and sent them after Alan Wake.
Okay, but they're bound by the manuscript too. You know, we can't interrupt the story. I've tried several times. We can pause it, and we can insert breaks, but...
We'll have to go through the basement to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, there's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
Yeah, man, that's clearly how this works. It's Thriller. Then again, I guess it is just dark, so... that tracks. Yeah, these are your deputies. He tried to put me under arrest. Again, Wheeler. Does not care. Not interested. They are no longer who she ostensibly hired. Oh, hang on. Back through the labyrinth we go. Wait, hold the light steady while you're running, why don't you? There we go. At least as steady as you can, man, you know? Make an effort. He won't. These pants, this jacket, they have got to be pretty right by now, right?
Did you call 911?
I did not. Oh.
Guess that one saw the light, huh?
Barry, no.
A tough audience. Well, I got plenty more.
What are the Christmas lights for?
You know exactly what they're for.
Man, like garlic against vampires?
Vampires.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on.
I mean, it's a solid notion. They don't want to get near you. I'm wondering about the battery pack, but I guess it could be in his pocket. He's got a headlamp. Barry. Putting things together. One-liners need work, though. Then again, we do... boy, we just have Alan to blame for that one-liner. He knew it would be a groaner, and he still lobbed it across the plate. We could try to make the excuse that he's just trying to write in.
Is now my favorite place in the entire world. See this headlamp?
Yeah.
It's like a superpower. I can just look at one of those things and they die. It's my flaming eye of Mordor.
You mean of Sauron?
Wish I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Hey, I want a headlamp.
Last one.
Bastard.
Yeah, I mean, fair point. But, yeah, you know, we could make the excuse that Alan is just trying to write in Barry's voice, but he still wrote it. Here we go.
Alice had screamed until she had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her.
Well, and there we go. Alice confirmed still alive somewhere. Somewhere dark and cold and wet. Sounds like the bottom of a lake to me.
When someone throws a damn school bus at your head and you're about to take a helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license, you're cleared for departure
to Night Springs. Come on, Barry, do the voice. I know not everyone can do the voice. I'm stealing things, okay? Don't interrupt my larceny. But yeah, come on, do the voice. I believe in you. That's not big, that's too small. I'll just step over that. Okay. But look at this, we got a fucking posse going. Anyway, you see what I mean about being able to just get swatted later on.
helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license, you're cleared for departure to Night Springs.
They can begin to attack very, very rapidly. There we go. And frankly, I was focused on trying to get Barry to do the voice. That's my bad. Oh, I see. It's a street lamp. That's why they're cutting it down. They're mad at the street lamp. keep shooting? No need, Sheriff, no need. We had it well in hand that time. You know, head was in the game.
The helicopter's just up ahead. I'll need a while to prep for takeoff.
Don't take too long. I want to get out of here.
Alright, Barry. Come on now. I think it's safe to say that everyone's doing their best at this point. I don't imagine there's much room for sandbagging it. No, they got shotgun ammo. We are, of course, still using the hunting rifle. We'll swap to that after this encounter. Because, you know, plenty of ammo for it. But if I'm not mistaken, the hunting rifle hits the hardest in the game? On a per-shot basis, that is. Our item limit is reached there. Let's just go ahead and open this in the meantime. We also have a lot of explosives. Oh, good. Extend the life of that a little bit. A lot of flares, a lot of explosives. I'm betting there will be several chainsaw boys. Okay, I think I've stolen everything I'm allowed to. Yeah, they won't let me into the fire department. Which, if you keep up with your ghost stories, makes sense. Yeah, here we go.
You will never get her back.
We're not ready.
Okay, well, I mean, I saw Barbara for a second. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be one of those, you know? Did I accidentally, like, skip a phase? Did I clear it a little bit harder than they thought? Oh, no, here we go. We got him coming out of the woodwork. Really going hard on those beams. Moment to reload. We'll pop that guy. We'll hit these lights again. Ow. Hell of a throw, though. Gotta respect that arm. Keep fighting. Yeah, what else would you like me to do? We kind of have the one option. Let me have those flashbangs. getting a move on.
You better put an end to this.
Just get me to Weaver, Sheriff.
You're taking a big chance on a local crazy lady, Al. I hope you're right about her, or we can kiss this town goodbye.
Well, Barry, we're not moving in. We're gonna kiss this town goodbye one way or the other.
I hope you know how to deal with this, Wake. I guess you New Yorkers are used to rough situations like this.
Right. The city's a war zone. King Kong, mutant alligators, and Alex Casey shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kind of like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that before.
Come on, man. Yes, they have. It's been this whole thing.
And that's the dam further up the river. I can't let
Also, Rose exists.
down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
Do helicopters not have seatbelts? Okay, here we are. It's birds. Not only am I out of batteries, but they took all my guns. They didn't come with me out of the helicopter. There's a revolver, though, and some batteries. Well, we'll just have to make do. A country boy can survive. Also, he is right. The portrayal of New York as a constant war zone is misleading. It was that way in 70s, 80s. Crime was a real problem. It hasn't been that way since. It is, in fact, one of... There's no such place as one that's, like, completely safe. One that you are free to let your guard down entirely.
Door to open.
Yeah, well, I'm getting there. I'm just looking around. But there are a lot of things that New York does to make you feel safer, at the very least. Maybe the wood. Okay, yeah, it's the wood. And they have some of, like, the most restrictive laws that I've experienced. New York City does, that is. They are very serious about kind of not necessarily killing, but definitely downplaying their former reputation as a frightening and dangerous spot to be. There we go. For example, did you know that if you have a New York State carry and conceal permit, it is not valid within New York City? Just isn't. Same state. The city says no. There we go. More ammunition. a shotgun, which is handy. No better flashlight, though. At least not so far, anyway. They're usually pretty obvious, you know, they're on and sitting on a desk or something. Oh. We just walk over it. Yeah, we just walk over it. Oh, hey, a radio. Well, we haven't checked in with Pat.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of our local rock legends, the Old Gods. I couldn't tell you why. I guess it's just, yeah, one of those things. Anyway, here's Poets of the Fall and their latest single, War.
Well, not much from Pat. But these guys, Poets of the Fall, are the people who actually lend their vocals and instrumentals to the performance of the Old Gods of Asgard. That's the real band behind the fictional band. I believe both are available for listening on Spotify. So, if you like it, give them a listen. Spotify doesn't pay much, but something is better than nothing, particularly for the efforts that it takes to both perform and produce music. It's really a great deal goes into it. Remember, art of any kind is a skill. It takes time to master and time to perfect. And that's worth something. I guess it wasn't quite close enough. There we are. Stuck against a wall. No real response from Alan's dodge. That's okay.
And here's a new song.
We try again.
They always remind me of our legends, the Old Gods. I couldn't tell you why. I guess it's just
A little bit of space. He's blocking it. Well, that would have been handy, but it was simply not to be. There we go. Come on, Alan. There we are. Nope. Caught between it. Okay. We gotta have our tunes for this. That time I was struck by the prop. Come here. not really sure if they just continue spawning. Kind of seemed like they did, right? There would always just be more of them walking in. Anyway, that ends that encounter. I kind of want to see what else is in there. Let's find out. Ah. Yeah, y'all just kind of keep coming, don't you? I can appreciate that tenacity. But it's at the same state that I left you in, which is interesting to me. There we go. Now we can really steal everything. Yeah, and I guess that was, that's that room. Okay. Bad place to fight, I guess. Well, and limited tools for right now.
The power plant glowed in the night. It was close, but I had to find a way across.
What do you want to bet there's a ferry? There we go. So, something to note. Cynthia here, the CW that was written next to TZ, would have had to have known Thomas, wouldn't she? But Alan said his books were unpublished. By the way, did you figure out when this story started yet? Just asking. Clearly we're not going that way. That would be hazardous. And so we'll have to walk another maze. You know how it is. Open. We've been checkpointed.
Most of us are skilled professionals.
That other guy just duck into the electricity? Yeah, looks like he did. Total buffoonery. Alright. Hey. This one's smarter than the last. Didn't want to follow me and, you know, engage in his charge. Hoped that I could just get him to run into the electric wires like the rest of them, but no. No dice. Alright. Another one.
Making her way through the water pipe alone, Cynthia was angry at the writer. Foolish young man, taking unnecessary risks. And the way he broke the rules. Didn't he understand what was at stake? Since the terrible days in the 70s, she hadn't wavered once, as hard as it had been. She was tired of protecting the town all these long years, and now only wanted to rest.
Well, makes sense, but hey, Cynthia, you could have talked our ear off about it beforehand. We've encountered you more than once. You seem to have a good handle on what's going on. The only thing she told us is that we could hurt ourselves in the dark, and yeah, but tripping on something or stubbing our toe is a little bit different, don't you think? Can I go in here? No. Wait for me. Alright. Well, this is also dangerous right here. Yeah, how about that? I know he's there. And there we go. That one seemed primed to charge into the thing, but I didn't want to fuck around and duck into it myself. And in just a moment, let me take a drink. There we go. We should be a little bit more understandable, not quite so up and down. Alright, up the lift we go. Are we already out of here? Looks like it. Somebody's just reading this manuscript page, sitting back in this chair, and fucking crushing brews out of the power station. Alright, Wake's plan. Yeah, let's hear this.
The story I had written in the cabin had come true. Touched by the dark presence, I had written a horror story, but the end was still missing. The story was incomplete, and the last unfinished page of the manuscript still sat in the typewriter in the cabin study. If I could get back there, if I could read the page, then I could write my own ending to this story and save Alice.
There we go, that's his plan. His plan is to keep writing the story. See if it'll let him sneak in his own ending. We'll see if we can maybe steal stuff from these cars. This one burned, I guess. Looks like it. Can we operate these cars? No. Well, let's see if we can steal things from in here. Hey. Okay, nobody else. More flare gun ammo. Which is good. We'd been low on that. Couple more. Some of those. The bridge it is. Oh, and you know it's gonna take a long time. With all these conspicuous cars to throw at us and everything. Ooh, a thermos. Almost missed that one. Here it comes. We can see it. Yes, it's supposed to do that, though. Oh, it's spinning, I see. Well, almost missed our ride. There we go. We're across. The birds quit. Frankly, I'm not even convinced that these birds are possessed. I'm fairly certain this is just normal bird behavior. Night Springs? Night Springs.
Men dreaming of being butterflies, or butterflies that dream of being men. Such philosophical concerns are by necessity abstract. And yet, some of us can find concrete proof of the nature of our existence in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, an absence of creativity.
Hello, Martha. What did you want to show me? Oh, Lydia. Thank God you're here. Please, it's in the basement. Oh, Martha. Oh, that's amazing. Isn't it just? I found it here this morning. It's like it isn't there, but oh, I can't look straight at it.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Oh, how did you get here?
Well, I'm trying to work.
Did you put this thing here?
In a way. To be more precise, I put everything here but that.
Really? But what is it?
Oh, I guess the temptation is to call it a hole, but it's really an absence, a profound lack of reality.
In Martha's basement?
Yes, it was doing so well, too. I came up with two old ladies and put something really weird in the basement. It was a great start. But I'm completely blocked now. I can't imagine what I was up to.
Well, surely it's just an ordinary basement.
Is it? Why did you call your friend here, then?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, well.
Couldn't you just ignore it?
Oh, no, I couldn't do that. It would probably turn into a plot hole. Might be one already. Could sink the whole enterprise.
Oh my.
Listen, ladies, not to be rude, but I'm really not at all sure where I'm going with this, and you're just not helping. You should just go back upstairs for a cup of coffee while I try to figure out what I'm up to.
Well, if you think that's best.
Maybe I should just stop here. Or is that too moronic?
Is that too moronic? Indeed. Who can tell? It's a fine line between the stupid and the sublime. Night Springs.
Alan, is this the episode you wrote? It smells like your work, Alan. A little self-indulgent, a writer cast as God.
We managed to lose the flock. You're almost at the power plant. Keep going. We'll give you support.
Okay, thanks. There's no way that Alan's gonna hear anything basically ever again. Like, he's done with audio experiences going forward. Between the gunshots, the helicopter here. They are quite loud overhead, by the way. Caught me during the dodge. Yeah, but you thought. Okay. What, did you get fucking bored? What the hell was that? Maybe don't bail until I signal you. Alright. was tired of that guy throwing things at me. Okay, good. Are you coming? No. Alright. Now they decided to wait until I was signaled. Okay. I don't have any strong desire to tussle with the local crows, so that suits me just fine. Whoop. Well, now suddenly I do. What way? Some way. Ah. Yeah, those will be great. Okay. There we go. Alright, a few more tools at our disposal as we head into the power plant now. And the darkness gets real angry. Ah, from behind. I see. Quite a few of you. There he is. I thought I had one more. Two more. I miscounted on anyway. Well, that's fine. Alright. We're now on the other side of the power plant. Didn't appear to be anything back there.
I recognized the logo on the power plant sign. I'd seen a version of it painted all over the area, signifying hidden caches of supplies.
Give me this. I mean, we've also seen their trucks, Alan. You know, and all of their equipment and stuff. It's labeled.
Hold it right there!
Miss Weaver! Cynthia! I'm a friend!
Prove it!
You knew Zane! Thomas Zane! You're the Lady of the Light in the song! You can help me!
About time! Young man, I've been waiting a very long time for you.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, also, we didn't just kind of disintegrate when you put the big old floodlight on us, so.
It's in the well-lit room.
Excuse me?
What you need to drive the darkness back. The well-lit room is at the dam. I built the room to keep it safe.
No, it's directing me to the thing on the other side.
Dallas, will it get me back to the cabin? Fine, let's go. I can get my friends to come back with the helicopter.
Oh, we won't go outside. Never at night. That's rule number 1. You've been breaking the rules, young man, and where has that gotten us, Oh, I have a secret route, a lit route, an old water pipe.
Okay.
Something was damaged at the transformer yard. It's draining all the reserve power. Without it, the pipe will go dark. The power to the yard must be cut.
Let me guess. You want me to do it?
Young man, you're the one who likes to break the rules. I can't be outside in the dark. The kill switch is outside.
Okie doke. Well, here we go. We're gonna do that. That's batteries. Anything else? That's the old one, which we no longer need. We have the heavy-duty lantern. That's on the other side of things. Okay.
Hurry! The switch is on the wall facing the shore.
Okie doke. Switch is on the wall facing the shore. Oh. Well, I suppose that'll be how we open the gate on our way back. Ooh, sneaky. Whoops. There we go. Problem solved. And this time we'll make sure we're holding the right thing, so we don't just blow a flare gun around. Darkness waits in her dreams. Never go out at night. What's rule number 2?
Weaver had sent me to cut the power to the transformer yard. I was willing to do grunt work for her to get her to help me. I hoped Weaver was dependable. I'd stumbled into this crazy world a little over a week ago. She had been living this insanity for decades.
Safe haven is that way. That's rule number 1 again. What are the other rules? Teach me your ways.
I could see the kill switch that would cut the power to the transformer yard. Now I had to find a way to reach it.
It's puzzles. It's just operated by authorized personnel only. So, you open one, and I've solved it. I'm incredibly powerful. Goodbye, fools. You should have stopped me while you had the chance. They never had the chance, honestly. Oh, there we go. Keep the lights on. Cynthia, it's... like, it's... if you put the first one there and then the first one again.
Who designs these things?
Okay, I would love to. Oh, never mind, it's just fine. Or it's timed, I see.
Went dark and dead. Weaver's water pipe passage should now be good to go.
So we just have to not rush it. There. And I'm sure we'll be accosted on the way back. There they are. And I'm counting on it from behind, too. Positively counting on it. No, just another one there. Okay. Weird. Alright.
Take care of your tools.
Take care of your tools. Alright. Little low on that. But that's alright, we got options. Have another. Sir, are you done yet? Oh, jeez. That's a hardy boy. Oh wow, that was unintended. In no way was that a writing pun. The Hardy Boys. series of mystery novels. Open. Yeah, I guess that's it. Hey, I've done it. Are we gonna go?
This way,
Okay.
young man. Follow me. Come, the pipe's empty now. We're ready to go.
Alright. Do you want to grab something that isn't just that lantern?
I knew them both, Tom and Barbara. I had such a crush on him. Such a beautiful man. I was jealous.
Change the bulbs.
A part of me that was maybe a little glad when she had the accident. And then Tom started writing and woke the darkness up. He tried to bring her back, but you can't do that. There are no free rides like that.
I'm starting to realize that.
In that case, young man, perhaps you're a smarter man than Tom was. The witch looked like her, but it wasn't. Barbara was sweet. He didn't understand until it was too late. He tried to undo it, wrote himself, her, everything he'd ever written out of the world. Oh, he was so famous. And afterward, no one knew. Oh, Tom. He left only one thing behind in my care, in case it happened again. Insurance. He trusted me. Or perhaps used me a little. Tom knew how I felt. Knew I wouldn't refuse him. I built the well-lit room and put it there. It's been waiting for you. We are characters trapped in a story you have written, and none of us will survive to see the end of it if the darkness isn't stopped. She'll twist the story to her own dark ends.
How do you know all this?
Tom, that's the way he wrote it. He still talks to me, you know, in television.
Hi, that's just how he wrote it. It's okay.
We have both been touched by the darkness, young man. He saved us both with light, but the darkness stays with you. Leaves a stain.
Lives with you if you invite it in.
This pipe will take us directly to the well-lit room.
Okay, I need to call my friends, tell them where we're going.
You think... I'm stunned you get reception here.
The dam in one of the pipes. Meet us there.
Okay, I'll tell Sarah.
It's Sarah now?
Whoa! No! Sweet little...
Barry! Barry! We gotta go see if they're okay.
They're probably dead. You must reach the well-lit room. This is no time to be a selfish idiot.
That's my best friend.
I mean, yeah, we are gonna go check on Barry.
Well, be a fool. I'll use the pipe. I'll meet you at the dam if you make it.
Good jump, Alan.
At least I didn't have to worry.
He threw his arms up and everything. Also, you don't have to make excuses. This is the right decision. Well, no secrets there. There's a manuscript page down there that I was seeing. Aha. Directions. Batteries, but we've got our fill of batteries. We can hear plenty of crows, though. There we go.
Sarah was almost starting to relax. Maybe they could turn this into a win yet. Suddenly, there was a piercing sound, like a table saw gone wild, as 100 birds made out of shadows swarmed into the rotor. The chopper bucked wildly and the board lit up, telling her what she already knew. They were going down. Barry Wheeler screamed next to her.
And there we go. They did, in fact, just kind of fly into the intakes, it seems. we go. They are dispersed for the moment. I'm sure there'll be more later. The music's still going after all. There they are. Give me these. Give me that stuff. Oh wow, they tried it, huh? Okay. Everyone else doesn't try it. Also, I guess we could have tried to take that shortcut, but you know why? There was stuff over there. It's not like the birds are all that treacherous anyway. I should say perilous. They are treacherous. Perfectly capable of treason. Betrayal. There we are. Are you working up the nerve again, or did you fuck off? Okay.
Barry! Sheriff Breaker! Sarah!
The crash site looked bad, but as far as I could tell,
there's nobody in it.
It was empty.
Flare gun ammo. A flare. Another one. We're just following kind of a candy trail at this point, huh? We're gonna get captured like E.T.
Barry! Barry!
Right there. See that? Oh! Over here! That guy's on.
Hang in there, I'm coming!
You see that wave? Whoa, look out! One of them slipped away!
Well, several of them slipped away.
I saw something.
Wait, I think something's up. Oh, no, you don't!
Well, we do have several of these. Alright, I hear Thomas is breathing again.
We were ready to make like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I have a different ending in mind.
And kill each other?
Thanks for asking.
I knew you'd be all right.
How's that?
The flaming eye of Mordor.
Laugh it up, funny man. Didn't we have somewhere to go?
Weaver will meet us at the dam.
Yeah, looking good otherwise. Okay. Oh, that's just redirecting us back towards the cache over there. We did that already. We got our ear breathed in. It's another service that Thomas offers, just free ASMR, if you experience that kind of thing.
Demon Hicks try to take your head off with an axe. You know your helicopter crash landed in
Night Springs. Yeah. My fucking boy here.
We made it! We made it! But Al, we're safe in the light.
Yeah, it's fine.
I should have kept that gym membership.
You see those lights?
Yeah, you and me both, Barry. We both gotta kind of get back into moving around.
You can't beat her, kind of mind.
Anyway, this is the something that we're doing, Barry.
Ah, this can't be happening!
It's cool. Oop. That was high. That's on me. There we go. The problem is solved.
Are we safe?
That was... wow. I think we're okay.
Yeah, it's cool. I've seen those guys before.
Bad feeling.
Let's keep our eyes open.
Oh, but it's dangerous out here.
The Taken are filled with darkness.
Wait, call the elevator. I'm keeping watch.
I think I hear something moving around.
Yeah, you know. I'm doing the thing. You know the thing I do.
Heads up! Here they come!
Oh no! Oh no!
They're coming! You have to hold the lock!
Held. Y'all got more? Yeah, they got more. I don't know, that hit was kind of dirty pool.
It's almost here, Wake. Just hold it.
Yeah, we still got more. We get there yet, or? Oh, yeah, we're good.
Let's go!
Sick.
Al, hit the button.
You hit the button. You were there first. You saw everyone was inside.
We're almost there. There's an entrance
All right.
to the dam at the top. What's the plan, Wake?
Well, Weaver's crazy, but she's got something Zane left behind. Something to fix this.
Gee, could you be a little more vague?
Thomas, Zane...
I don't know, could I be any more vague, Barry?
Paul Bunyan or Bigfoot.
Yeah, well, he was real.
Uh-huh. He was, wasn't he?
Let's be careful, okay?
Oh, jeez, I hate this.
All right.
Hey, Wake. There's a button over there that opens the door. I think something's broken. Hold the button down so we can get in.
Okay. I'm holding it down. You guys had better, well, just duck under. Come on. Okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
What's going on? We can get to the dam through here. What's happening out there?
You guys go ahead and find Weaver. She should be in the dam now. I'll have to make it alone through the top.
Okay, Wake. Good luck. Don't get yourself killed.
Ow! Please, be careful.
I'll take good care of Barry, Wake. You just look after yourself.
Okay, well, you know, we have a Barry sitter, so we'll be all right.
Kidding me.
Yeah, probably just fucking go at this point, right?
Down, boy.
Down, boy? What the fuck was that? Your one-liners, Wake. Your one-liners. They're very bad.
Thomas Zane knew he had to remove all that had made this horror possible, including himself. That was the only way to banish the dark presence he had unleashed and now looked at him through the eyes of his dead love. But he also knew that despite his best efforts, it might someday return. So even as he wrote himself and his work out of existence, he added a loophole as insurance, an exception to the rule. Anything of his stored in a shoebox would remain.
well, an exception to the rule then, a time capsule of sorts. So, let's find out what Thomas left us in his time capsule. There we go. That was a lot of swarms all at once, wasn't it? We're headed the right way. Up the ladder we go. Still quite pretty. I do like the way that this game has built its atmosphere. Boys, you're interrupting me.
Ridiculously outnumbered. The searchlight could eat our odds.
Anyway, they suggested this was going to be a thing quite some time ago, didn't they? And yeah, the searchlight, such as it is, does more than just strip the darkness away. It incinerates them. And to be perfectly honest, they are quite bright. They are intense things to look at. Or to have pointed at you. Unfortunately, like a lot of turret sections in a lot of games, this one is fine.
Enough. You will go no further.
Well, Babs is mad. She really does need to learn to cheer up. I mean, if you wanted me to stop, why'd you clear the way? Anyway, we've seen that before. We are going to a well-lit room, a house of light, if you will. Chased by this. Just this whirlwind of shit getting thrown. We've reached a checkpoint. And yeah, we just kind of keep moving, well as we can, as well as Alan will allow us. He does still tend to huff and puff. And don't these steps look kind of familiar? Ooh, a thermos. There's always time for that. Well, we got caught on the wrong side of it. Oh well. Now we know. Come on, Wake. Pull it together. Not quite, huh? I'm wondering if I'm just not moving fast enough over that. I suppose we'll find out, won't we? Anyway, I don't know if you've ever run in fear of something before Lost Things. I have. It didn't occur to me until after trouble had passed that I was tired. Just was not a thought in my mind. There we go. I may have just jumped early the last time. As you can imagine, it's not really a game built for platforming. Barry, I'm pleading with him to do the same thing. Okay.
You made it. Well done. I'm glad I was wrong. But it was a foolish chance to take. Don't worry about the noise. We're safe here. I have looked after the well-lit room for many, many years now. There is no shadow in the well-lit room. The power is fail-safe, and all the bulbs are numbered and changed regularly based on their make and model.
Right.
Okay. Well, I mean, it seems like a solid system.
There's an old army base at Raid Cove Point, north of here. It was active during the Second World War. They operated here back then. They must have built this.
Yes, they did. It's my place now.
Oh. Well, there you have it. Can I go in here? No.
Take it, and I won't need to worry about the room anymore, because 6 and 33 and 118 need changing soon, and I don't want to climb up the ladder to change them because it's very late, and I'm tired. And if you take it, I won't have to do that anymore.
The page was autobiographical, a memory from my childhood. But I didn't write this. It was a page written by Thomas Zane. None of them were supposed to exist anymore.
Alan, 7 years old, would fight sleep to the bitter end. When he did sleep, he soon woke up, screaming, the nightmares fresh in his mind. One evening, his mother, sitting by his bed, offered him an old light switch. She called it the clicker, and flicking the switch would turn on a magical light that would drive the beast away. To imbue the talisman with all possible power, she added that it had been given to her by Alan's father. Alan never knew him, and anything of his took on mythical proportions in his mind. With the clicker firmly in his hand, Alan finally slept like a baby. Now, almost 30 years later, Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
My mind swirled. I'd given the clicker to Alice, yet it was here. Zane had written it into existence, in a story I had written. I can get to her now. I can finish this.
And so, there we have it. A revelation. A Thomas Zane piece from before Alan was born, detailing his childhood. It certainly explains why it is that the brothers that can see, don't forget, called us Tom. And again, I hate to cut them off, but we're going to have to. We'll send you here. And I'll be over here too. Because of course I will. Yeah. So, maybe you guessed that the story began with Zane. Maybe you didn't. Maybe this is a revelation. That's fine, you know, the road only goes the one way, and we'll all get there eventually. So it does raise the question of how long this has been going on for, and what it is that the dark presence may be, what it is that, if this is Thomas Zane, has aligned himself with to be able to resist it, what it is that the brothers themselves see so clearly when they look at Alan. Seems that they see Tom, and that they are quite familiar with him. We'll see how this shakes out between Alan, possibly a construct of Thomas, and Barbara shortly. Well, shortly relative to I guess, greater time scales. Yeah, like I said, this whole time thing is slippery for me. My shortly, your shortly, they may be different. In any case, it will be later, after you've wandered around by yourselves for a bit. See ya.